Did you know that astrologically Mercury goes retrograde about 3 times a year? And that's about 18% of the time. Hi soul family, welcome to the Matrix Oracle. My name is Audrey. On this channel we are focused on the embodiment of our sacred self. I purposely use astrology, tarot readings, as well as music healing to support you on your spiritual journey. So if you are new to the channel, please remember to sprinkle some love on those videos. You can subscribe and also click on that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Here you will find first a collective energy reading for this Mercury retrograde, so we understand why is it so important to speak our truth for this transit, March 15 all the way to April 7th, 2025. And then we'll jump into all the 12 zodiac signs. Now, if I were you, I would look and watch your natal Mercury placement. And for the ones that are part of the YouTube membership community, I would suggest your draconic Mercury placement. Okay, if some of you are interested to join us, you'll find all the details in the video description. Let's rock and roll. Start first by looking at the collective energy for this Mercury retrograde, March 15th all the way to April 7th, 2025. You can see that there is this big cluster energy between Pisces and Aries. This is Western astrology. Know that what I interpret, I also take into account the true sky astrology. The Mercury retrograde here is, and Aries is going to go all the way back retrograde into Pisces, but know that in true sky it will be all through Pisces. What we're seeing that is very important is that merge between the Mercury retrograde and the Venus retrograde. If you have not witnessed before how Venus retrograde can bring back exes, old relationships, old flames, things from the past that needs to be resolved because there might be some heart resolution that needs to occur. Okay, so some of you, that might be something that comes up, and when we're experiencing at the same time a Mercury retrograde, this is giving you the opportunity to speak your truth, that you're strongly invited to speak your truth in certain situations, maybe if you were not given that opportunity before. In opposition to the Mercury retrograde merge with the Venus retrograde, we have the moon. And this moon placement is very strongly accentuating your emotional field. It's a very receptive point in the zodiac wheel. It makes you really, truly wonder how your relationships are welcoming you to be and stand in your truth. So there's going to be a lot that is being reviewed in terms of relationships and how much they are allowing you to stand in your power, to be yourself, to follow your purpose, and if you're supported on that journey. The moon is also trine to Pluto and Jupiter. With this energy, what it creates is really this strong resonance that the more we focus on feeling good, on tapping into our inner child, the more we're going to attract those opportunities, those relationships that are a match to this higher frequency of our higher self's embodiment and purpose. How you receive the awareness of how others perceive you is going to be part of this Mercury retrograde teachings. The moon is squaring Mars, and Mars is squaring this Venus and Mercury retrograde. And that invites you to really work on how your nervous system is wired in convergence also with your sensitivity. And make sure that you are emotionally and mentally providing for yourself in ways that are nurturing and supportive for you. So that means you're going to want to learn how to have discernment in certain dynamics of your relationship and really seeing how this may have affected truly in your being, when really all that you can control is yourself. not others. Some of you enjoy working with frequencies. The one that I would recommend is Cyrus. Cyrus and the power of this starseed connection is merged with Mars currently. And that means all this square, which creates a friction with the Mercury retrograde, would be highly supported. If you want to use a mudra, this is for the throat, and this is for the heart. Now let's jump into the 12 zodiac signs messages using tarot cards. I would recommend watching your Mercury sign, but it's up to you. For the ones that are part of the YouTube memberships, I would suggest your Mercury draconic placement. If some of you are interested in joining us, you will have all the details down below. Start with you, Aries. I already shuffled the deck, so we'll take just one card from each. And you have, oh, well, I guess 2 cards. Express your love and true love. Oh, wow. And the other card, the 5 of Swords. Okay. So Aries, don't fight your true feelings. Don't use so much of your mind, especially in your romantic relationships. The more you speak the truth about how you feel, how you perceive reality, the more you're going to be received in return in that truth. And if some of the relationships need to fade and fall apart in a way, that's also part of the process. Know that you will feel a very protected and guided through this retrograde phase, so you can finally feel supported in your truth, your authenticity, and all the love that you are. Let's see what your cards are sharing. I already shuffled, so we're going to just take the first card. We have Passion, ooh, and the King of Swords. Okay, so Taurus, I would suggest through this Mercury retrograde to only follow your desires, your passion. Just follow the truth of what excites you. It can be in relationships, but it can also be in all the things that you invest your energy. Follow the excitement. Follow that joy, that spark, because ultimately that is what leads you to embody your highest and truest self more and more so. You'll find everything that you need through following what excites you. Gemini, let's look at your messages for this Mercury retrograde. This is already shuffled, and we have, ooh, chemistry, and, ooh, the Hierophant. I love this for you. Look at how the more you are balanced within, your heart-mind coherence brings such a chemistry that sparks your light from within. And what it does, it just helps you elevate your vibration. It helps you rise above and transcend some of the old worries or patterns. There's just so much that is being offered to you, Gemini, through this Mercury retrograde in terms of understanding how your yin and yang wants to be balanced, and that also comes from within. You might be experiencing a meeting, a new relationship that is awakened, that is more spiritually or maturely based. So I wanted to mention this as well. And that just feels just wonderful and very uplifted. Let's see what cards are in the works for you for this Mercury retrograde. So we have the Free Yourself card. Okay, beautiful. And the Seven of Swords. You know, the Seven of Swords is this energy of someone stealing swords from the opposite enemy camp. So there is conflict avoided, so there's no war the next day. And I really feel that here with the Free Yourself and this card, there might be an invitation for this Mercury retrograde for you, Cancer, to stop trying to avoid certain conflicts and people-pleasing tendencies. Speak your truth. Speak how you feel. This is your time. This is really your time to be supported in your truth, speaking from the heart, so you can start really seeing the actual reality of those relationships. Maybe some of you have been overgiving in relationships that do not reciprocate. I could feel this for some of you. It doesn't have to resonate with everyone, but you have a strong invitation to speak your truth, be your truth, and in that sense, this is going to free you from some of the limitations you may have not realized were actually just refraining you from experiencing more from life. More abundance, more prosperity, more love, more joy. So I love this for you, Cancer, and that's what I have for you. So let's look at your messages for this Mercury retrograde. You have you deserve love. Yes, you do. And the Four of Pentacles. Okay, the Four of Pentacles, you can see there's something that is being kept, especially on the chest here. You might have something that needs to be expressed through this Mercury retrograde, Leo. Something maybe that you didn't dare share because you were scared to be rejected, abandoned, or hurt. Know that this Mercury retrograde is inviting you to open up more of your feelings, because you deserve to be received in your emotions. You deserve to be received and offered the same sacred space, the same love that you give to others. I really feel there's some type of rebalancing in your relationship, reciprocity that needs to occur at this time. So know that you are divinely guided, so you can reciprocate in your relationship and receive that as well. So let's look at your cards for this Mercury retrograde. We have the romantic feelings, ooh la la, okay, and the Judgment. You see, I love this deck of cards with the Judgment card, where we can see almost the higher self rising. I feel that through this Mercury retrograde, you're going to have a greater sense of your true relationship patterns. If some of you are single, you're going to start realizing like how you're attracting certain relationships, and now you're being supported by your higher self, by your higher perception or higher discernment to know if it is part of the old cycle of attraction or it's more in alignment with how much you've been giving to yourself. And I feel like some of you, that's more of what you're going to realize, is how you're shifting through empowering your higher self. Okay, through, doing all the spiritual work on yourself, how your attraction and how maybe you're attracted to different type of personalities, people, situation, even some of you work. I feel like even you might be attracted to different lifestyles. I know where this is coming from. Maybe some of you are planning to go abroad, but that is coming strongly, that there is a shift in your relationships and your attraction, because you're empowering more and more from your higher self, from following your intuition. Libra, let's look at your messages for this Mercury retrograde. We have the Retreat card and the Queen of Swords. For you, Libra, it seems that this Mercury retrograde is a good time for you to self-care. Take more time into understanding your own dynamic of yin and yang. Maybe some of you, there were certain relationships where you took up more of an energy. Like maybe you are sometimes overly masculine or overly feminine in the relationship, and there's like this higher truth that you're feeling that is calling you. The Queen of Swords is connected to Libra in the Zodiac wheel. So there's a strong connection with the scales, and here you can see like feminine, masculine. That means like there is a call for this Mercury retrograde to find your own balance, especially in terms of relationships. So looking of how you're handling your own feminine and masculine energies throughout the day, that can be highly supportive. I do have a yin yang playlist, frequency that could be helpful if some of you resonate and need some support, where I trigger the yin organs and the yang organs. And I also have one where I merge them together so you can see how that relationship goes. So that's something you can find in my playlist if that interests you. Yeah, I feel like I want to pull another card. Make the effort. Okay, but wait. Yes. I was gonna say, like, because I could feel like some of you, you're making too much of an effort in your outside relationship. It's more make the effort to look at how they're very similar, except one is more of the inner child and this is more the adult. So tap more into the relationship that you want to have that makes you feel childlike. You know, someone that you can grow up with, you know, mature with, but in a fun way, where it doesn't feel so heavy on one of the scale. And I'm going to pull another card here, the High Priestess. Some of you already have certain nudges as far as your relationship, where it needs to go, where it's going. Just take that time for it's only 3 weeks, this retrograde, to look at how you feel inside, because ultimately your outer relationships are a reflection of your inner relationships. So you can fix what's on the outer by fixing how it feels inside. Scorpio, let's look at your cards for this Mercury retrograde. The card just wants to slide there. That's it. It's ready. And you have religious factors. Okay, this is my spiritual card in this deck. I love it. There is something very spiritual that is coming through for you with this retrograde. Maybe some more devotion to your healing and spiritual journey quest. And then we have the Temperance. Wow. I feel like I'm going to share it because I feel it. There might be some type of leveling up, because the Temperance, especially in this card, speaks of the sacred dance between the sun and the moon. This is connected to your third eye, and there we have a crown. I feel like you're getting higher chakra activation here, Scorpio. So it might be how your personal natal chart is interacting with this Mercury retrograde. It could trigger certain points in your chart that are helping you to elevate how you perceived your relationship, or how you were able to speak your truth in relationships. Yeah. You're able to channel a higher version of yourself, where maybe like how you were dealing with relationships is past. It's an old version of you. Now there is this greater version that is being embodied, that is being anchored through this Mercury retrograde. Sagittarius, let's look at your cards for this Mercury retrograde. Oh, 2. You get 2. Engagement and pay attention to the red flags. Okay. Sagittarius, maybe there was something that you were about to start. Note that this Mercury retrograde seems to tell you, like, maybe not now. Okay. Maybe that's not the right time to sign contracts. Pay attention. And then we have, yes, especially the 2 of Wands. Okay. There's like some planning. So take some time, take some extra time, for yourself as far as your commitments. Let's pull another card here. Yeah, the 10 of Swords. I feel like some of you, you're going to realize that maybe where you were going to commit your energy, Sagittarius, was going to lead you into a repetition of a karmic cycle. But this Mercury retrograde wants to help you and support you to end that pattern of, maybe some of you, it's a tendency to overly commit to certain things. We're going to get another card here. Past life relationship. That's definitely a past pattern. It could come from a past lifetime. It could come also from your ancestral line. Over-committing, I feel. Watch over committing your energy, over engaging your energy. The Ace of Swords. Yeah, stay in your truth. I feel like some of you with Sagittarius placement here, you're just relearning through this Mercury retrograde how to engage your energy in ways that, you see here, it's like ending a certain cycle. ending a certain cycle where maybe you were compromising your truth, and now you're actually going to shine your truth through also the lens of what you've learned from the past cycles. But I really see it like, you know how the card just shines its light on how you're completing a cycle. There could be some influence from the past. Let's see what that is. Give your relationship a chance. And I pulled it in reverse. Okay, so there's a dynamic between the yin and yang. Maybe some of you were trying to achieve your goals too much with the mind versus your heart. And that is how you were engaging your energy and planning certain cycles of your life more based on one energy or the other. Okay, so now you've learned to be more balanced, to be more centered, and you'll be also learning how to recognize, you know, the signs like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing this because it's draining of my energy. And it's not that this is not the right thing. It might not be the right time for this right thing. Okay, there's some type of reorganization and you're really learning this attunement here, Sagittarius. So yeah, yes, you're going to get it. Know that you're going to get it. There's definitely a completion here through this Mercury retrograde. Welcome to your messages for this Mercury retrograde. We have to stay optimistic about your love life. Nice. I love this green energy that relates also to the heart, Venus energy. And we have the sun. Wow. Okay. Capricorn. Seems like this Mercury retrograde might not feel at all like miscommunication. You're going to really focus on your positivity, on feeling joyful, on feeling vitalized, on feeling, you know, energetic. You're going to focus more on the energetic of your relationship to life, to love, to your finances, to everything. And this is going to shift everything. Good job, Capricorn. I have to tell you, this is great energy that I can feel for you. And that's going to, I'm hearing change the game. So change the game of life for you, because you're focusing more on the feels, which is great. And using your mind, because Capricorn has a lot of teachings about mind control, mind mastery, but you're using your mind for uplifting feelings. And that's what I love for you. Aquarius, let's look at your cards for this Mercury retrograde. I don't know why I want to pull this slide before the other. Aquarius, of course. We have the Four of Cups, okay? Are you feeling that something's lacking? Let's see. The new love. And I kind of like flipped it. I don't know which way it came. Maybe some of you're wanting something new, craving something new, Aquarius, through this Mercury retrograde. I'm going to pull more cards here. So how can we support you and how this Mercury retrograde is going to help you? The Six of Swords. There's certain things that you need to remove as far as how you think about things. And know that the first thing that I'm picking up is that no relationship can be the source of your joy. You shouldn't let your relationships be in control of how you feel. You control how you feel, and then your relationship are going to match that. I feel like this is something that you're mastering and learning through this Mercury retrograde. So good job on that. I really feel that you're going to get it. There's going to be some type of breakthrough. Look at this, the Wheel of Fortune. You're finding balance within, so you can find balance without. And the Wheel of Fortune is also bringing a lot of luck. Okay, so know that this Mercury retrograde is great for you to finally shift the dynamic in your romantic relationship, but also anything that you want to attract, because you're going to focus more on your own emotional mastery and mental mastery, intellectual mastery, and shift your luck. Shift your luck. And some of you, if you are single and looking for a new love, that can come around after this period, after this momentum of mastery, of self-mastery. Surely not least, we have Pisces. Let's look at your cards for this Mercury retrograde. I don't know why, but this one just calls me first. Oh, and another one. And then we'll have this one. Let's look at this one that was calling me. Okay, the Eight of Cups, which is very interesting because in the association between tarot and zodiac, the Eight of Cups is the first degrees between 0 and 10 degrees of Pisces. So a confirmation here, Pisces, that through this retrograde, you're leaving something behind. Something that you used to feel, okay? Let's see what that is. Okay, let go of control issues. You're going more with the flow, okay? Maybe less controlling about how others, you know, like maybe there was some attachment to how your relationship was supposed to make you feel, and realizing you can be in charge of that. You don't need the relationship, the people you love to behave X, Y, and Z to feel good. You can just start feeling good and letting others just match that energy. Okay, and if they're, you know, not matching that energy, maybe there needs to be some distance for a while, but know that when you're focused on your emotional mastery, then things can truly shift. Okay, not by controlling the outside, control the inside. And then we have the death or rebirth. You're definitely going through a transformation, a transformative phase here, Pisces, to let go of how maybe you were feeling controlled in your relationships because how they made you feel. And now you're understanding at a greater level some of the laws of the universe. Yeah, I feel a lot of freedom coming for you after this shift, you know, of transit of mastery.